Yeah, so I'm Jason. I've been golfing for, I guess, 25 years, and just as much as I can competitively and seriously, but also just for fun throughout the year. As far as work goes, having a job that affords me time to get away during the day or in the afternoons, early morning, I try to take advantage as much as I can to practice and play tournaments and just stay competitive, because that's what I like to do with my free time. What makes 5-iron so appealing is the ability to just really get instant feedback and prime conditions. Living in New York, the winter is not the greatest time to keep your game sharp. And once I discovered, the value that I can get out of practicing on Trackman, it really just stepped my game up. I think I shaved about a stroke and a half to 2 strokes off my game over a year and a half of having 2 winters at 5-iron, working on Trackman, understanding, talking to the pros, not lessons necessarily, but just learning about all of the data and how it applies to me, which data points to be looking at, where to try to make changes to improve and stay consistent. I think one of the most surprising things about learning about your own game on Trackman and staying sharp is really on the shorter yardages. It's not necessarily driver spin and everything. That stuff is pretty fundamental to a lot of people, I think, at a certain level. But inside 100 really helps stay sharp through the winter. So once you go out in April and hit the course, you're not guessing at your backswing and everything. I visit 5-iron varies throughout the year, but I would at least twice a week on average, probably. I think my phone told me the other day that I'm at almost 3 years now, and we're at 350 something visits, which seems like a lot. The draw to indoor is really just living in the city, and more so it's the convenience. It's the nature of the practice that you get. It's perfect conditions. You don't have to travel very far. And the data that I'm getting, I think the intensity of the practice is much more valuable than just going outside and banging balls at a range, out into especially when, you don't know what the variables are, the balls, the grass, the wind, everything. And I think it's a lot more valuable than I think the traditional practice modes of the past. I think the social aspect at 5-iron is huge. I mean, from the staff's really friendly everywhere you go. I think that's top down, part of the 5-iron culture. And then they make every effort to make all the events about, just bringing friends and family, introducing people to the game. My wife plays on league teams with just women, that brings women into the game, and the leagues are just fun for everybody, whether you want to compete for the top prize or you're just in there to see your friends once a week. I think it's huge, and I don't think it would be the same place without it. And as indoor golf grows everywhere, including outside of the cities, I think it's just necessary for any avid golfer to just have, people think, oh, should we make golf courses shorter? Or they try to promote people playing 9 holes, making it so it's not an all-day ordeal. And indoor golf really facilitates that. It's like you can go in for an hour and you can play 18 holes in an hour. And you feel like, yeah, I played 18 holes today, I got practice in. I did compete in Next Tour last year, one of the events towards the end of the season, and it was tough. Normally the settings we play with on league is a little bit less difficult as far as green speed, green firmness, course conditions, wind and stuff. And getting on there and seeing what the pros were doing with the scoring that they're posting on those settings was very impressive. I shot like one side of, I can't remember if it was 1 under, 1 over, and I did win a little bit of cash, which made me happy because I was sort of in the top half, I guess, of the leaderboard. But definitely looking forward to seeing future versions of that, because the competition aspect, especially given it's in the winter, is fantastic. Just from the 5-iron crew that I know in New York and other cities, I know there's a lot of people who just really thrive on that competition and really trust the platform, and just look forward to more of it. So.